Well, it's been a good minute, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And wow, like I'm already seeing some very interesting changes done on this here Banlist. Although, to be honest, I thought the Banlist was just a myth. I thought we would never get another list, but I guess the time is now. It's time to see what changes are done. Hey everybody, Lead Speed here. I'm back. This is kind of a weird intro because, well, for one, I haven't done a video in a while and, you know, stuff happens and I just haven't been in the mood to do one of these things. But you know what? Banlist season is always the ripe time to make a comeback. Am I right, boys? But yeah, as you can see here, I'm already seeing Magic Spectre Unicorn Kieran and the Tyrant Neptune. Now, this is interesting, actually, both the Tyrant Neptune, because this actually just happened in the OCGs of Banlist. They banned the Tyrant Neptune, so that's very interesting, actually. So I don't know what that means for like the other hits that the OCG did, but I don't know. I mean, Kieran's banned. I mean, this was kind of obvious. We kind of knew this was happening, so no surprise there. And then, of course, the Tyrant Neptune. So what else we got? Vanity's Emptiness. Yo. Oh, Vanity's Emptiness. I mean, people have been wanting this card banned for a while, and yeah, I guess Vanity's Emptiness is now banned. It was limited and now it's banned. So we have Vanity's Emptiness, the Tyrant Neptune, and Magic Spectre Unicorn Kieran, which, I mean, fair enough, right? And, oh yeah, Elemental Stratos is still banned, so you TCG players who were hoping that Stratos would come off the list this time around because the OCG put him to 2 over there, well, can't say that it's happening today, boy. Oh, man. It's been a while. I feel so out of my element, but you know what? It's fine, though. It's cool. Well, let's go on to the limits. Let's see what they did. Oh, gosh. Oh, Maxie is limited, my boys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very controversial hit right here, people. Maxie is limited. It was at 2 and now it's at 1. I mean, I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. I'm surprised because I didn't think they would actually limit Maxie, but at the same time, Maxie's been like maxed out. It's been maxed out, you know, since, you know, Zodiac and stuff like that. Like, people were running 3. Heck, even in the OCG, people were like running 3 copies, and actually they still have it at 3. So we have 1 Maxie. I don't know what that's going to do for like the secondary market prices, but I'll tell you this card, you're definitely not going to see it as often as you'd expect. In fact, you're going to see it a lot less often now. So we'll have to see what they do. Rescue Cat. Oh, Rescue Cat. Oh, you know what? That might mean the other cards might be coming off as well. Like, with the errata, like, you know, Trionic, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Like, in the OCG, some of these cards got errated, and they're obviously not as OP as they used to be. But Rescue Cat is still a very usable card, so this is going to be very interesting. And actually, with the upcoming release of the Duelist Saga in the TCG, where Rescue Cat has been confirmed to be in the set, yeah, very soon we will have a playable Rescue Cat in our TCG format. That's going to be kind of cool, I have to admit. So we'll have to see, because it's been a long time since the TCGs had this card legal for play. And I guess we'll see what decks can take full advantage of this. You know, maybe X-Savers might make a comeback. You know, I don't know. I mean, it just depends. Maybe Glad's Kappa. But honestly, I don't know. Like, we'll see what they do, because reasons. Yep, as I expected, Trionic, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, is limited because of the errata. Brain Control, again, Brain Control, because it has an errata in the OCG, and the same is going to apply to this one, where you paid 800 and you target a monster and you face a monster and you steal it, but you can only take monsters that can be normal summoned or set. So basically, monsters like Nomi monsters or semi-Nomi monsters or monsters that are summoned from the extra deck, like Xyz, Synchros, Fusions, you can't take those because they can't be normal summoned or set. Pretty much, that's pretty simple, ain't it, people? But yeah, that's why it's back. Future Fusion, yep, same with this one because it's got an errata. So now you have to wait a whole couple of turns to get the full effect off. Basically, on the next standby phase, after you activate Future Fusion, then you send the materials to the graveyard. So it's a turn slower, and then on the second standby, you summon the monster. So it's basically slowed down a lot, but the card is still really good if you resolve it. Man, this takes me back to like the days of Chaos Dragons where basically this card was like the nuts if you opened it because you were pretty much winning the game most of the time when you resolved it. So yeah, that's neat. That's very neat. Imperial Order with the errata. So now the 700 life points happens during each standby phase, not just your own. And that is my phone going off, people. I'm sorry about that. But basically, it happens in every standby phase, and it is not optional. You can't choose not to pay it and destroy it. Nah, it stays face up. So if you're somehow in a really awkward situation, well, can't say you're going to be able to get rid of this manually unless you just don't have the life points to pay, and then it just destroys itself. So there you go, people. Semi-limited, we have Wisdom Eye Magician. That's cool. And Zodiac Ratpeer. Alright, so this is very interesting. Wisdom Eye Magician, I mean, Pendant Magicians haven't done anything in a while, and I guess with the advent of Link Summoning coming in the near future, I guess putting this card to 2 wouldn't really hurt because obviously the Pendant mechanic gets a bit hurt by the new Link Summoning mechanic that's coming up for the TCG in like July with the new starter deck of 2017. I'll do a separate video kind of going over my overall general opinions about this whole Link Summoning thing, because this is the first time I'm actually mentioning it in a video because I haven't done a video in a while. That's why you're actually hearing me talk about it for the first time, because, well, even though I'm fully aware of the mechanic and stuff like that, I'm even kind of trying to prepare my Talea Plants deck for this Link format, or should we just call it Zelda format? Because, I mean, it pretty much is, right, Kappa? But yeah, Zodiac Ratpeer, Zodiac Ratpeer is obviously going to be quite a big deal in a way, because usually your combos start with having 3 copies of Ratpeer in your hand and deck combined. I wonder how Zodiac players are going to adapt this change of 2 rats, because I know that most of your standard combos will revolve around 3, but now it's at 2. I wonder about that. And then we have Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers, so it went from 3 to 2. It makes sense, I guess. I mean, the OCG put it to 1, but it's at 2, so we'll see where this goes. I mean, it's pretty obvious why this even got touched in the first place, because just like, we're just using it in everything. We play 3 Slumber, and then we run the whole Kaiju package in there, and we just kind of abuse it. And it's just a really good card that I remember was slightly overlooked way back then, way back in its first release in Breaker of Shadows. But, it pretty much tells us that some cards are just really, really good at what they do. And Saggin's off the list, so it's at 3 again. So, yeah, as we expected, Saggin came off the list. We kind of expected it to happen because the errata, that's the thing, right? Like, people were wondering about that, but since the last Banlist happened before Saggin got his text change or whatever, so obviously without a new list, this wouldn't have mattered in the first place. We couldn't play it anyways, because there hadn't been a new list since Saggin was released to bring him off the list and thus allow him to be used for play finally. So, yeah, as what I think about it, it's it's a list, That's all I gotta say about that. Well, not really. Like, it's a list. Kieran's van, obviously, and the Tyrant Neptune. This pretty much mimics the OCG list. This is very preemptive because of that combo with Lyrical Lucina, Independent Nightingale, aka She Don't Need No Man Nightingale. But it's because of that combo. I mean, what else was it gonna be? And plus, there could potentially be other ridiculous plays you could do with this. I don't know. I mean, that it is a thing, I guess. So if you people were planning to stock up on Tyrant Neptunes prior to Maximum Crisis, well, you kind of took a big neg 9,000. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, you do what you do with your money, I guess. And emptying this, I mean, people have been wanting this band, so, I mean, yay, I suppose. And Maxie, I gotta say, this right here, this is definitely, this is probably the most controversial hit on this list because, you know, like the way I see a card like Maxie, oh my god, the puns. The way I look at a card like Maxie, it's weird, right? Like, on one hand, it's very healthy, but on the other hand, it isn't. Like, on one hand, you can see why it's a necessary card for the game. But on the other hand, there's another side that's like, that are very harmed by Maxie existing in the game. You know, you have the very roguish decks or even some meta decks getting severely hurt by Maxie existing. And again, people just maxing out on the card. Oh my god. People just running the max copies allowed in a deck, you know, what was it, 3, 2, or 1, and heck, I don't see that changing here either. Like, hell, is Maxie gonna get banned next list? Oh my god, if he gets banned next list, I think people are gonna burn houses down or something like that. Like, they're gonna do some insane stuff when that happens. Like, if they ban Maxie, oh man, that's gonna be some crazy reactions and shit like that. So, wow. Yeah. So, and then other than that, pretty much just cards coming off the list with their errata changes and whatnot. So, and then Wisdom Eye go into 2. I'm surprised Wonder Magician didn't go to 3. I mean, I guess they just kind of forgot about it. I don't know. And then Ratpier. I mean, that's literally the only direct zoo hit. And then I guess Interred with Kaiju Slumber is an indirect hit to the Zodiac Kaiju deck. And then we get Saggin, so yay, free Saggin. Now we just need Witch of the Black Forest, errata in the TCG one day, and obviously she'll come back as well. But yeah, if you guys were expecting like a bunch of cards a whole bunch of cards besides the errata cards to come off, you know, like Moral Tag or anything like that, or Dandelion, well, can't say you're going to have 2 Dandelion for Link Summoning. In fact, I don't think we're going to get 2 Dandelion. Like, the OCG is lenient on that kind of stuff sometimes. Like, they might allow, like, they seem more willing to bring things back as opposed to us at times. But who knows? But yeah, this is the March 21st. Well, it'll be effective from March 31st. It's updated on March 21st. That's what I meant to say there. Because, you know, that's how you know I haven't done an actual audio recording video session thingy in a while. But yeah, it is a list indeed. A very controversial one in like Maxie. And I mean, I guess Zodiac Ratbeard 2 is I guess that's a good hit. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. And I will see you guys in another video someday in the future. I don't even know what's gonna happen. So, like, I wanna at least get this one up for you guys because I know I always do a Banlist reaction video most of the time. So, I may as well try and put some time aside for this one and yeah, be on my way, I guess. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And man, I need to turn my phone off for these things. See ya then.